Okay. Thank you for your well wishes yesterday. Yeah, I was under the weather, but hey, I'm feeling way better today. So thank you for all of you who are deeply concerned about my health. But I'm fine right now. Okay. Anyways, before we do anything else, please don't forget to hit that like button. Okay. Don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers. Okay. And also don't forget to drop me a comment. If you don't have anything positive to say, drop me an emoji. That will work too. Okay. Anyways, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Before we proceed, please understand that this, my friends, is not financial advice. You are more than free to do whatever you like with your money, and so am I. And that being said, let's grab a sip of coffee from my Casper Maxi mug. Yeah, everything, guys, definitely everything tastes better with Casper. Today we're about to do the same thing we do every day. First, you guys already you guys, you already know what's up, right? Oh my God, it's funny. I'm telling you, you gotta try this every morning. When you wake up, go look at crypto Twitter. Okay, look up crypto Twitter and and see how you're gonna be laughing like me every time. Okay, but anyways, we're gonna look at 24 hours market performance. Right after that, we will look at the prices in details, and once we're done with that, we will check on our positions. Are we buying Lambos yet? But before that, let me set this down right here. I would like a situation where my Maxi mug, you can see it on the frame every time, but I can't get the angle. I think I will have to find like how you say, the phone stand that can make this thing stand up on its own like that. But give me a second, please. Well, that's the best it can come. But anyways, yeah, let's get it started. First of all, you have to understand something. We've been in this situation before. Do you remember when the whole entire market was going flat? Okay, everything else, nothing was moving higher, nothing was happening, volume was down. I mean, you started to hear the theories, right? Oh yeah, Bitcoin have hit the top, and that was before we hit that $125,000, right? Bitcoin has hit the top, and all that stuff is happening. The crypto market is going down, and the grandma is going to be baking pies with apples and whatever. We heard it. And we sat here and I told you, no, it's not the same thing. It's not happening yet. You have to watch the signs. You have to watch what's going on in the market. And the mistake most people make is that they look at the crypto market as it was before, when everybody and their grandmama already knows that macroeconomy is controlling this shit. Okay, it's what's happening this run. And if you know how to read the market, the wealth transfer, okay, generational wealth transfer, that opportunity is happening right now. I'm telling you, 2025, 2026 market run is going to be your last time that you are going to have this opportunity to be able to make generational wealth. Most people don't get it. Most people don't understand it until it is too late. Look at the stock market, for example. Okay, the stock market is at all-time highs, and again, we've been looking at the signals before a big crash happened. The signals. Look at 2000. What happened in the year 2000? Yeah, sorry about that. What happened in the year 2000? What happened 2008, 2021? When you start to look at those things, you start to understand something. History does not repeat, but it rhymes. And those of you who see that opportunity on time, you are the people that's going to make that generational wealth. Most people who are afraid of the market right now, they usually end up losing a lot of money. And that's as simple as that goes, as simple as that ABC. There is no two ways about it, okay? But we are sitting here right now, everybody's just like, yeah, market is over with, blah, blah, blah is happening. Oh, government printing money and blah, blah, blah. And you look at it again. Pause. Just pause. Take a deep breath and look at this whole situation. Again, They're looking at, okay, what happened, Trump throwing stones at Venezuela. That is has a long-term effect. It doesn't have an effect that will happen right away. Companies are not just going to start up or get up and then go and start digging oil in Venezuela. It's not going to happen. There is logistics, there is transportation, there is a lot of things that have to happen. So for that situation, macroeconomy wise, you're looking at something probably 5 to 6 years down the line. That's what you're looking at. But right now, it is shifting. It is becoming something, a race between the United States and China. That's what's been happening. You see right here, US doing things that will slow down China, China trying to do things that will slow down the US, and blah, 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 throwing stones at each other, doing that way. That does not matter to us. What matters to us is that you are positioned into that transition, okay? Because people know, like I told you, US is going to fix the currency. It's all about the currency. It's not about the economy. Trust me, the US wants to still be the superpower, the world economy, the world, how do you say this? They still want the dollar to dominate. Okay, they still want that to happen. So one way or another, they are going to achieve this. Okay, excuse me for a second. Okay, that's better. The sun was on my face for a second there. But you will see some people who, instead of taking the opportunity, they are going to sit there and try to fud. And one thing I don't like about people is that they try to lead as many people with them to the hole. Instead of giving you the opportunity of choosing, you are free to choose, right? You can do whatever you like with your money. But at least look at this, look at there, and look at there. We're going to start first with Casper. When you look at a Casper and they're talking about 100 blocks per second, my friends, that is the beginning of something greater than you ever thought. Because right now you hear everybody talking about quantum computing, right? Quantum computing, you're going to see like, okay, what's quantum computing? That's where we're talking about things are moving to the next level. Do you understand? Do you remember when internet first came out? I think that's the best example I can use. When the internet first came out and we had a dial-up internet, right? You remember when, for you to use a slow-ass internet, you had to unplug your phone and put in the cable there, and you sat there and hear this noise that went like alien noise, teet, or you heard that. If you do remember those things, yeah, you will understand where it comes from, right? Until the next level came up, high-speed internet, right? High-speed internet came up, and now barely nobody's using high-speed anymore because now you have broadband, you had fiber optics. You understand? So it's the same thing. Now, Casper coming out, 10 blocks per second, we are already ahead of time right now, because the way you can look at it, we are talking about Internet of Things. Internet of Things meaning things are going to work. Amen. If you can't even express it. Okay, even Bitcoin would not be able to keep up. Will not. One reason why Jasmine is running right now, okay, one reason why Jasmine is posing itself front, because of that Internet of Things. Jasmine right now, they are getting off the Ethereum chain. They are forming their own chain right now as we speak. Okay, so the same thing with Casper. When you look at it, 100 blocks per second. 100 blocks per second, meaning that now everybody, because it's not like one block getting from every 10 minutes like Bitcoin. 100 blocks per second, meaning I can be doing a transaction, you can be doing, the entire world could be doing transaction on Casper, and we will not have a bottleneck. It will not happen. You've already seen the Warp Core has already started doing those transactions, and they have not reported anything. I told you guys, banking is not going to change. Banking is just going to adapt, and that's exactly what's happening. And if you look at the approach is different. Like, for example, cross-border money by XRP, XLM, XDC, Ethereum, however, they are trying to change it. They are trying to change the way money is getting moved around. Casper, on the other hand, is not changing anything. It's just making it more efficient. You understand? More efficient, which now banks are not going to change. They are going to adapt. Therefore, that adaptation is coming through Casper, and you will see it. You will see it happen. So you sit here right now and you look at people and try to tell them, guys, money that you are looking for is really right here. Casper. Casper is where your money is. Quant is where your money is. You look at them like, okay, look, oh yeah, everything is going to AI, AI this, AI that. I do remember that a couple of days ago, I was talking about this to a friend of mine. I was telling him, yeah, AI is great. Everything is good with AI the way everybody's telling you. But did you really look in real life? Okay, let's just forget the opium. Okay, let's just forget that we are smoking weed somewhere and everybody's coming on AI. Real life. How does the government work? The government that you all depend to. So you all want to tell me that the entire world is just going to be thrown into chaos in which no government is going to function and nothing is going to happen, and the AI is going to be the thing, right? How does the government work? Does anybody stop to tell you that? And he was like, well, you don't make no sense. I said, okay, healthcare, building roads, your the army, budgets, all that stuff. Where do you think the government gets the money from? Majority of it from tax paying. Then you have your bonds, they're selling bonds to debt bonds and whatever, right? Now, let's just say everything goes on AI. So you want to tell me that, for example, let's say a company like Amazon. Amazon goes completely automation and AI. So you want to tell me that Amazon will be paying the same exact amount of taxes that every employee was paying? Like the thousands and thousands of employees that they had, Amazon will be paying the same exact taxes? Nope, I don't think so. And now, when the taxes get reduced, what do you think will happen to the government budgets? To fix your roads, to maintain the military, to maintain hospitals, to do free education and all that kind of stuff. Where do you think they're going to get the money from? Again, AI is good, but you have to think about the bigger side of things. Maybe they will use AI for some things, maybe they will not, because there was a theory that was running around in which there is this guy that was talking about it on one of these podcasts. He thinks, and I think that's what will happen. He thinks companies that go automations and then that they get robots to do the job that human beings supposed to do, those robots are going to be owned by people. That's what I think is going to happen. And then the cost will be half, which means if you was paying $10 to hire somebody, $10 the hour, but now since it is the robot that is doing it, you probably will be start paying $7. You understand? $7, and then the person that owns the robot, if something goes down, let's say the robot breaks down, well, it is in their charge for them to fix it. And I'm pretty sure that we are going to have like robot insurance and all that nonsense going on after that. But everything to be completely automated by AI, I don't think so. I don't. But anyways, that's another topic for another day. We're talking today about what opportunities are getting presented right now in the market. I told you guys, gold is not something I would hedge myself into right now. It's not something I will do. I will wait. I will sit tight and I'll wait. All I do is every day I look at it. I look at what the price of gold is doing. I look at how the market is being reacting and stuff like that. But going back to a couple of minutes ago, you remember market was running flat. Market had like almost everybody and their grandmama was out of it. And you can tell that the market is not bullish because just my YouTube videos only, before I was getting like 900 views, 1,000 views and stuff like that. Now I'm only getting 300-400 views. Therefore, people are not being bullish on the crypto, much more the coins that we talk about on this channel. You look at another thing you have to look at again is also going to be the volume. Look at the volume that we look at every day. The trading volume on all these assets is so low, it's not even funny. And that's another reason why I tell you we are not in the bear market. Because at the beginning of the bear market, that volume would have been up there really, really high for it to crash, right? Right now, we are so low, we have not even been high yet. Look at the history since 2021. The volume on these cryptos has been low. It hasn't moved. A little bit up and then down. A little bit up, then down. We're just ranging. So you look at that. That's another thing that tells you the opportunity is still there. A lot of people looking at Casper right now at 4 or 5 cents, and nobody makes sense out of it. A lot of people are going to tell you, yeah, it's a dead coin. It's not doing this. It's not doing that. Yeah. What about the entire market? Nothing is running because the uncertainty is there. People are just fixated on one thing, which is the previous bull runs have done this, they have done that. Guys, get that out of your head. Get it out of your head. You have to look at what's happening around you. For over 10 or 20 years, Japan had negative interest rates. Negative interest rates. That is why they were busy, okay? People were busy going to Japan and get loans, basically for free because they had negative interest rates, right? Every time the US printed money, they absorbed it with no problem. They had negative interest rate. But now they have discovered, okay? They have discovered that their inflation is worse than anybody else in the world. And to avoid them going into the hyperinflation in which now they cannot pay their national debt, because you look at the US debt, okay? And you, okay, let me show you something right quick, excuse me. Okay, you see this? Look at the Japanese national debt. So the Japan government debt accounted for over, look at that, 203% of the country's national GDP. So if you look at it, a country as small as Japan, the national debt has gone up to 10 trillion. Something that has not happened since 1982. So from 1982, okay, till 2021, the national debt, look at that. The data reaches all-time high, okay, 219% in March of 2021. That's what this issue right here, you can go and research it yourself and you will see it. This issue right there is what is causing all these problems that you see. Japan, the Japanese yen right now is very close to that hyperinflation. Therefore, they stopped printing, they stopped quantitative easing, and they are now in quantitative tightening. And then everybody and their grandmama sits here and tells you, yeah, we're going to print money, we're going to do that. Okay, what about the Chinese? What's the Chinese debt? Okay, let me show you again too, excuse me. So you can see right now, China's national debt reached 4,000, okay, 736 USD billion, okay, in December 2024 compared to 4.2 in the previous year. That's just the yearly one, okay. But when you look at it in the higher perspective, you can go and read the entire of this thing. You will find out that China's debt right now is sitting around 17 or 18 trillion dollars. Okay, that's what is happening. But it all climbed, okay, when you look at it, it all climbed exponentially in 2021. Not just US, not just Japan, not just China. You can, any country you want to look at, all the superpowers, you will see it. They printed money to oblivion. But nobody thought about where is this money going to go when the entire economy was paralyzed. Okay, so yeah, you look at that right now and then you start to see, okay, what are they doing to take care of this major problem? What are they doing? We have the US injecting $40 billion into the banking system without printing. That's another one. And then you have Trumpicious magicians talking about Freddie Mae. They have to inject over $200 billion in the housing because guess what? Real estate is crashing. And they come out here talking about economic crisis management instead of telling you that the real name for that is that they are re-injecting all that money that they printed back in the 2021. They're injecting it back into the system. That's what is happening. Now, you sit there and you look at all those stuff and then you go, what's happening? With the economy doing bad as we know it, okay, because the numbers don't lie. Look at the job market. Numbers don't lie. Economy doing that bad, yet stock market is running. Who is investing in stock markets? You start looking at that, right? So those are the things that you have to pay attention to. And not only that, we now have all this IPO booming coming. SpaceX is going public. ChatGPT, Perplexity, and there is a lot of them going public. And you have all these AI companies also coming up alive, in which, yeah, there's a lot of money in them, but what is their valuation? You don't have no valuation. It's just like I told you. 2000 is repeating itself. 2008 repeating itself. 2021 repeating itself. But this time is on a higher level. Therefore, those of you who are ready, those of you who see this thing coming, are going to make more money than before, than anybody else. Like I told you, look at where the economy system is going, and look at what Casper is trying to achieve. Look at what Quant is trying to achieve. Look at where Jasmine is going. Then you should be able to have an idea of what's going on. Again, it's the opportunity presenting itself to you. It's not going to last that long, okay? Because I'm telling you, you can't keep pumping things up like this without, any sustainable argument. And that's what everybody and their grandmama is not looking at. Okay, nobody's looking at that. Everybody's looking, oh yeah, we're going to the moon, Bitcoin going to $1 million. Markets right now is calling up. It is calling up to the point that when they let go of that thing, boom, you are going to see it go to those record heights faster than you could even say hello. Faster than that. There's conflicting ideas, conflicting things going around. All I do is I look at the market and I look at what's going on around me. That should tell me where we are heading from here going forward, right? So yeah, I keep backing on that Casper because I told you generational wealth is on Casper. That 100 blocks per second is not just a number. Things are going to run on Casper. Casper is going to be the rails for the Internet of Things, because Casper right now has the speed of the internet. The speed of the internet, meaning we go into those micro transactions. And that is where the big money is, in those micro transactions. So yeah, so you sit there and cry about it, that is up to you. Instead of you packing up your bags and getting ready for that big boom. Because again, I usually tell you guys, Casper, Quant, Jasmine, and Cash. The cash part will not make any kind of sense until we get there. Once you get there, I'm saying it like, looking at the way macroeconomy is acting, 6 weeks to 2 months. Let's watch what will happen after that. Okay, let's watch what will happen. But what you cannot deny is that there is a big opportunity brewing right now. Big opportunity for those of us who know how to be patient, who know how to look at the entire picture and make decisions accordingly. Okay, right now everybody's looking at people like, yeah, I don't care, I don't do this, blah blah blah. But yeah, if you pay attention, things are going to happen. I've been showing you guys this this chart. Okay, let's go trading view right quick. Let me show you gold, because every day now is the time that you are supposed to start looking at gold every day. Do not let gold out of your eyesight. You have to look at this thing every day, and I'm not talking about a 1 hour. You have to zoom it out on the weekly. Look at this. You see that? That is what I'm telling you. You have to keep on looking at this thing, because gold right now is running on fumes. Guys, this thing is not sustainable. This is a straight line up. It's not sustainable. And when it comes crashing, it's going to come crashing without a warning. Okay? First of all, for us, we're looking at things like on the 15th or the 16th, I think it is, we have the Clarity Act. It's going to go in. Once that goes in, that means big money, institutional money, Wall Street money can now get into crypto without restraints. I'm telling you, a situation is going to come out like even these decentralized exchanges like MetaMask or whatever you want to call them, the unicorn one, whatever you want to call them, you're going to plug in your wallet and they're going to ask you for a KYC. You will see. That's what they're setting these things for. And once that comes in, boom, the market is going to run. It's going to run. Look at this, the 15th, and then look at the 30th of this month when the Bitcoin options expire. That's what I'm telling you. I'm setting my 6 weeks to 2 months, I think. After that, we will see. Maybe we'll keep running, maybe it's not. But I'd rather be conscious. I'd rather be cautious before I put in and start jumping bridges. You understand? But yeah, short term, like I said, is going to make me a lot of money. When you look at Quant, you look at Jasmine, you look at Casper, short term, they are going to make me a lot of money. Long term, I will become a multi-millionaire. It's up to you if you want to take the opportunity, or if you want to be there and then cry about it like everybody else is doing. It's up to you. Me, yeah, I position myself on spot, on leverage. I'm there. And every 2 weeks, I buy Casper. That's one thing I cannot miss, because Casper is the key to my generational wealth. A lot of you will get to understand it very, very soon. Because again, development is coming out nice and easy. And you will see. Anyways, now let's go right quick. Let's go look at the market. Let's see how the market has been performing for the past 24 hours. Okay, to do that, I'm going to need my good friend, Crypto Bubbles, okay? Let's see, Crypto Bubbles here. Yes, you see, there you go. I was told yesterday, MYX Finance, and I said, man, listen, I'm going to short the living Jesus out of that thing. Not now. I'm not going to put my money in it when it is going up. I'm not. But anyways, now let's start first with King Casper. And we do have here, let's see, KAS. And there. For the past hour, 1% up, 2.9% down on the day, 8.9% down on the week, 0.5% up on the month, 59.9% down on the year. Sitting at the market cap of $1.25 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $16.85 million. Again, look at that volume, guys. That volume, well, it's up to you. Anyways, now we look at coin, QNT, the banker's coin, and the coin a lot of people love to hate. For the past hour, 0.9% up, 5.1% down on the day, 6.8% down on the week, 7.9% down on the month, and 32.2% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $1.06 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $13.75 million. Again, look at that volume, guys. Oh well, looking at Jasmine, the Japanese Bitcoin, we do have here 1.8% up in the last hour, 2.4% down on the day, 26.5% up on the week, 32.8% up on the month, and 72.1% down on the year. Remember when this thing was sitting at 86%, right? And I was telling you I was going to enter my trade, and that's exactly what I did. Because then you know it has been beaten down, but hey, you've seen it start to come down slowly. Sitting the market cap of $436.80 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $49.87 million. Well, volume is moderate, but oh well, let's watch and see that one. Now we look at Cubic, high risk, high rewards, okay? You see that here, 0.1% up in the last hour, 1.8% down on the day, 3.2% down on the week, 4.9% up on the month, and 73.8% down on the year. Same situation like Jasmine, that yearly, right? See, it has started to come down. Sitting at the market cap of $89.72 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $1.52 million. Now we look at Bitcoin, Jonathan Storro, which I call the orange guy, will have 0.2% up in the last hour, 0.2% down on the day, 3.2% down on the week, 0.8% up on the month, and 3.9% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $1.81 trillion and a 24 hours volume traded at $38.82 billion. Okay, now when you start to look at this, one thing that sticks out, okay, for me, okay, is that the volume. Look at those volumes and look at the way they are just all been laying flat. So yes, something is about to happen and we're about to watch it. Don't say I did not warn you, okay? It's up to you. Anyways, now let's go look at prices in details. Trading view, we can have this here, okay? We don't want to look at you no more. We've seen you. So let's go look at Casper right here, but I want to start with the overall. See here we sit Dixie 98 going down, Bitcoin going down. Yeah, that's not what we want to see, man. We want to see this thing go at an inverse correlation. We want to see it when one goes up, the other one comes down. That's what we want to see. Casper right now is being the victim of Bitcoin movement. As you guys can see, we are basically ranging, okay? We are ranging, we are playing around with the with the moving average. That's what we're going. Try to break above it, come down, break above it, come down. That's what we are doing right now. But as you guys can see, the ribbon, even though it is red, it's already spraying out. That's why I'm telling you, this price is not going to last long going down. This movement, this thing is about to break out. Okay, but it's up to you, right? You can do whatever you want to do with your money. If you look at it on the 4-hourly, you will see the same thing. Ribbon right now, it is still red, not falling. It's almost like going sideways. That's what's happening here. And if you look at that, it is just going sideways right now. It's like, hey, we broke out, met the target. Now is the time for the, like I usually tell you guys, okay, in every trade we do have 3 stages: before the trade, during the trade, and after the trade. Right now we look at that chart, you are in the after the trade. For me, if I did not have a position open, this would have been time for me to start looking for an entry point. Okay, that would have been what I would have been doing. If you look at it on the daily, you will see the same thing. Ribbon curving upwards, almost laying flat. That's what it's telling you. And do not forget, we usually say it here, price always gets attracted to the moving average. Moving average still sitting at 6.4, 6.5 cents. So yeah, for me, I think everything is okay. I am just waiting for this thing to break out. That's why I usually tell you guys, anything under 10 cents is nothing but noise. 10 cents is a very psychological level. Once we break this, once we break 10 cents, guys, we'll be looking at 15 cents. After that, 18, 19 cents. There was a lot of trading activity in those price levels. Then all-time high, and before you know it, price discovery. This move that we are starting right now, this move is looking to push Casper to 70 or 80 cents. That's what we're looking at this thing at. But again, we have 6 weeks to 2 months to see what will happen to the price action. It's up to you if you want to take the trade or if you don't want to do it. Now, we go look at QNT, the banker's coin. Let's see what we got going on there. And you see, the hourly, we're still the same thing, right? We are right here, like a friend of mine was saying, like, it looks like we might be going back down again to try that 68 cents. Nah, $68, but I don't think so, man. I don't think we are doing that. Because if you put a trade line, let's see a trend line right quick, okay? If you put a trend line and say this is a support, okay, try to fix it right, man. I hate doing this thing on my phone. Try to fix it. See that? That shows you that quant is forming. Let's see this one. Take another one right quick and put it there. Try to connect. Yeah. Broadening wedge. Broadening wedge. When they come from the bottom, they are very bullish. When they come from the top, they are bearish. We came from the bottom, which means now what we're expecting to see quant do is try to go at least bounce, try to go at least up here to that $77 to $78 and see what the price does from there. But right now, so far on the hourly, we are looking at the ribbon. Again, just the situation. When I zoom it out, you will see it is not falling. It is like opening up. It started to curve. That's what you start to see. So on the immediate short term, we're expecting price to go at least at that $75 and see if we start to look at that $77 or $78 where the top of the wedge is, right? If you look at it on the 4-hourly, you will see the same thing. See how it's respected that support? Respect, and now let's see if Bitcoin starts to move. That's why on days like this, when everybody's so bearish, I do not recommend doing TA, because if Bitcoin decides today to pump, all these things will be worthless because it is also going to pump. Okay, so for me, I'm looking at it and I'm looking at like, yeah, I just have to sit tight, sit relaxed, because again, when you look at everything else, look at the daily, what do you see the ribbon doing? Ribbon is coming up. Okay, that's what you're seeing. It is like squeezing up. That's what you're looking at. And sooner than later, you are going to understand what I mean by this. Because, yeah, everything is playing according to plan. If you look at it, anything under $125 to me is nothing but noise. Right now, like we say, on the weekly, okay, price always get attracted to moving average. Right now, moving average is sitting at $114. So I'm expecting price to try to go up there and break it. Because, again, we have been respecting this support. Look at how many times we touch. Finally, we are getting away from it, okay? So yeah, price always get attracted to moving average. So I'm waiting for it. After $125, we do have that 151, and then, oh, come on, get away from me. 151, and before you know it, 164, then 176, which is not far away from 230. Between that and all-time high, there is no resistance, and before you know it, Quant is going to be into price discovery. Bitcoin, there is no point of looking at Bitcoin. I'm telling you, there's no point. There's no point of you looking at Bitcoin, because whether we like it or not, they are going to pump it. Okay, they are going to pump it. There's no two ways about it. That's why I'm just sitting tight, because like, look on the 1 hourly, see, just sideways movement, up, down, up, down, up. They are not going to let it fall. They are going to pump it, because most of the people who invested in this thing have not made their money yet. Look at the daily. You see how that ribbon is squeezing? This thing is about to run. Anyway, it's up to you, right? You can do whatever you want with your money. That's why when I look at it and I tell you, hey, sometimes you have to sit back, get out of the picture and look at it. Bitcoin is about to make a huge move, okay? And that move is not going to last as long as most people are telling you. I think, like I said, 140, 150, 160 maybe, and let's see if they're going to push it higher. But it's not going to last long, because the signals on the macroeconomy are very, very huge. They are huge. You have the Japanese carry trade. The Japan has already started quantitative tightening. Interest rates are going higher. And before you know it, the US is going to do the same. US right now, they are not printing money. They are just recycling the money they had printed. You will understand it with time. But those of you who don't, well, I don't know what to tell you. Anyways, now let's go look at my positions. But before we do that, guys, please do not get into leverage trading if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, down below I do have the links: Bydfi, Phemex, Wix, and Margex. Follow those links, sign up, and meet their deposit requirements. If you do, they're going to give you free money. Take $20 out and start to practice. If you can turn $20 into 30, 30 into 40, 40 into 50, and stuff like that, then yes, you can now use a little bigger amount of money. If you cannot, my friend, please keep on practicing, or just leave it alone and stay buying on spot. It's simple as that, because leverage trading is the easiest way you can use to lose a lot of money. Okay, and also down below there I do have the link to Acorns, which I'm using to teach my son how to trade stock market, bonds, ETFs, and stuff like that. Use that link, sign up. You don't have to meet the deposit requirement. They are going to give you $5. It's not much, but it's a good way to start your investment journey. Okay, anyways, now let's go there right quick, and let's start with Bydfi. As you can see, on Bydfi, I am trading King Casper, Quant, Jasmine, and I also try to teach my son another one there. But anyways, you see right here, we are sitting at $8,500 in the overall. Okay, if you look at the entire market, you will see that here on my Casper, I am still up $248. Not bad. Okay, on Jasmine, I am up $2,900. On Quant, I am still down $4,900. So yeah, if you can pause it, you will also see that I trade at 50x, and I do not use stop loss. That's me. Okay, I don't use stop loss, and I trade at that. Anyways, now we go to the next one, Phemex. On Phemex, I am trading King Casper, Quant, come on, King Casper, Quant, and Jasmine. That's what I'm trading there. Okay, and now you can see my overall here, I'm sitting at $5,100 approximately. Okay, then if you look at my contract, you see that on my Jasmine, I am still up $2,700. Okay, on Casper, I am up $204, and on my Quant, I am down $16. As you guys can see right there, you can pause it and see. You see that I also, just like Bydfi, I am trading at 50x, and I don't use stop losses. Now, go to the next one. Last but not the least, Wix Exchange. On Wix Exchange, you guys know I'm trading King Casper, Quant, Jasmine, and Cubic. My overall is sitting at $2,500. Okay, now if you look at the contracts, you see that here on my Jasmine, I am still up $314. Okay, On Cubic, I am up $38. And on Quant, I am down $110. Then you look at my Casper, I am still up $142. Okay, I'm sitting tight. I'm waiting for the market to do its thing. And just like the other ones, I trade at 50x and I do not use stop loss. Now, last but not the least is going to be Acorn. On Acorn, that's what I'm, like I told you guys, I'm using to teach my sons how to do economy. Okay, so here, today is Monday. Let's see. We are up $733. Yep, we are doing nice. Okay, I like it. He's still investing, and his investing journey has just started. So, anyways, if you look at this, you are going to see that here we are up 4.79%. Wow, that's nice. On the stocks and ETF, the VOO, the large companies, which are S&P 500, we have there $344. Medium companies, IJH, $44. Small companies, $22. IXUS, which is international companies, $176. Okay. On the bonds and ETFs, we do have short-term bonds, which are $43, and the aggregate bonds, the US aggregate, $101. I think I'm going to throw him a hand sometime. I don't know. I just want to see how he's doing. If he does pretty good between now and the end of February, I'll probably throw him a hand. Probably drop a couple of thousands into his account for him, just to show him that I'm happy with what he's doing. Yeah, I'll probably drop him $2 or $3 grand into it. But let me see in his next the next 2 to 3 months how he does. Okay, but anyways, yeah, as you guys can see, he's doing pretty good, and that is something I'm so proud of. Okay, like I said, my mission here is to make sure that he has a better bank account balance, is well balanced economically than I was when I was 20. Right now he's 9 years old. Let's see what he does by the time he gets there. Anyways, guys, again, as you guys can see, the opportunity is there. Don't think it is over. It is not. Every science points at everything is about to go crazy. That's what it points. Well, that's what I believe. You can believe whatever you want to. It is your money. I'm not your financial advisor anyways. But well, at the end of the day, we are going to see. Okay, I think 6 weeks to 2 months, we're about to see something happen. But anyways, it's up to you. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Please do not forget to subscribe. I'm trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers. Also, don't forget to to comment. If you don't have anything good to say, just drop me an emoji. Don't forget to like. It only takes you a second. And also, don't forget to share so that other millionaire-minded attitude like you and yours truly, we all can see these videos and the family can grow. Until I see you in my next one, my friends, please take very good care of yourselves, okay? Bye-bye.